Hello, Lions, and welcome to wonderful Wednesday, February 28th. I'm Mr. Garcia, your assistant principal, and there's no place I'd rather be than right here with all of you. So, quick question, and you got to be careful on this, okay? So, how many months of this year, 2024, how many months this year have 28 days? Now, I'm not going to give you the answer right now. I want you to think about it, maybe talk about it in your class, maybe pause the video for a second, talk about it a little bit, and we'll get to this at the end of the video. So now, Tony, I'm going to ask my buddy Tony here. That was actually suggested to me by the 5th grade class, Mrs. Coughlin's class, to call him Tony. I like Tony. That's just as good a name as any. He's a good little guy. Anyway, teachers, thank you very much for getting your lunch count and attendance in. Oh, and tomorrow is Tasty Thursday, as I had already mentioned. 2nd and 6th grade teachers, thank you very much for all of your involvement in food in the teacher's lounge. That's going to be a very awesome day for everybody's really going to love that and appreciate you so much for that. Let's take a look at some roar cards. First one is for Caden J. from 2nd grade teacher Mrs. Papo. Caden is being responsible and respectful in the classroom. Heart, Mrs. Papo. Very good job, Caden. Next one is for Bradley in Mrs. Coughlin's class, another 2nd grade teacher. Bradley is doing a great job participating in class. I can always count on him to be a leader to others. Bradley is a great friend to all. Heart, Mrs. Coughlin, great job. And then Samaya, Miss Michaela, another 2nd grade teacher. So this just tells me that the 2nd grade teachers are on for tomorrow. And so I think that's going to be fantastic. Samaya was focused all day. Thank you for being such a great example. Heart, Miss M. And boy, those 2nd grade teachers, I'm sure that Tasty Thursday is going to be very, very special. Okay, so let's see. Those are our roar cards. Big Buddies for the 2nd semester is ending this Friday, but we're going to be continuing that on in the 3rd trimester. So stay tuned for that. Read Across America is coming. Well, I put it up on my wall over there. Today, a reader. Tomorrow, a leader. So we talked about that, and that is coming up. So we're going to be reading Across America, and it's going to be fantastic. We're going to learn a little bit about that. Have some great volunteers reading to all of you. So PBIS today, we talked about, let's go over the 3 words of PBIS, okay? 1, 2, 3. Respectful, responsible, safe. Very good. Okay, so now safe, walking in the hallways. I'm noticing more walking in the hallways, and I think it's good. Very, very, very positive and good. Remember, if you are not walking, you will be sent back and you will have to walk over again. I've even seen some teachers have students walk it, and then go back and do it again. And that may be a good idea, especially for people who maybe need that reinforcement. So let that not be you. Make sure you are just walking, okay? All right. Birthdays for today. You know what? No birthdays today. We have no more birthdays for the month of February. Either not for students and not for staff. Okay, so here's a joke. Now there is a constellation up in the sky that's called Orion, and Orion is a hunter. It's a Greek god. He's a hunter. He's got a bow and he's got a belt on. And so if you learn how to find this, or if you were to look it up online, you could find this. Teachers, maybe if you get a chance to show your students a picture of Orion's belt. I couldn't print one out. Every site has their ways of not letting you print that out. But some of you students might know who this is. So, but the joke is this: how come astronomers don't like Orion's belt? They say it's just a giant waste of space. Okay, well, it's around his waist. Okay, so we'll get to the question about how many months of the year have 28 days after the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, so now everybody stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Hats off, hoods off, standing straight and tall, hand over your heart, ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, fantastic, everybody. Okay, so Tony, let me ask you, how many months of the year have 28 days? Well, this year, none, because it's a leap year. So he said this year none because it's leap year. And so what is leap year, Tony? Leap year is when February has 29 days. So leap year is when February has 29 days. Well, is that the right answer? How many months have 28 days this year? I don't know. Let me give you another guess. How many months have 28 days? All of them. All of them, he says. All of them. How can that be? So 12 months this year. Okay, well, let's go with that. So that might be something to think about. How can that possibly be? So think about it, and then remember, don't miss school, because when you miss school, yes, you miss out. Don't miss school. Be here every day. And remember, the world is a different place. The world is a better place because you're in it. So have a great day, Lions, and we'll see you around.